Hello everybody, welcome to today's episode of Procedural Powerhouses. This episode is going to be covering a new player experience of Black Ice. Now, if you're any fan of approximately the cyberpunk genre, you're familiar with this sort of thing, most notably from the Shadowrun series with The Matrix, that actually had a very similar aesthetic to this, represented in the SNES, but more so in the Sega Genesis versions of Shadowrun. Really awesome games, and the legacy continues on. I've played other various games that have used the cyberpunk and hacking into the net sort of thing as a major part of gameplay. There was a mod for Counter-Strike, or maybe it was just Half-Life 2 itself, called Dystopia, that used very much the same kind of mechanic. There's the overworld kind of fighting, but if you had to open a door to move along the progress and be able to complete the map, you actually had to hack into the networks in-game and have your buddies defend you while you're doing it. So that's pretty cool. Anyhow, I'm gonna get started here. I don't know what the advanced options are gonna do for me here. I can just go with the default settings. New character. Segfault. Actually, that was one of my good buddies' names back in high school. That was his screen name. Hey, yeah, Fluffy, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Speed 9, range 15. Bit creds. Alright. So I wonder if I can hit them while they're forming to disrupt them. Prism bolt, huh? Press T. Pro tip. Servers launching Black Ice to defend themselves. Shoot them to disable. Hacked into a server. Grow stronger. Return the spawn points platform and jack into the super mesh. Cool deal. It's kind of a loud game, so I want to make sure you folks can actually hear me here. I like a big field of view, that's how I roll. Oh, actually, that's a pretty disorienting field of view. Well, if it'll save me. But yeah, I should spend this point somewhere. I do like movement speed. Yeah, that field of view is awesome. So that's a shop here. So how do I sell items then? Anybody? Oh, I see. I needed to click it, not press a button at it. Okay. Breaker cannon. RAM. Bunch of higher level items. None I can really use there. I don't believe they have ice there. Okay, that's not so bad. Alright. Some health back. Noob cannon. Worse than the one I've already got. Because some Tron action going on here. If you ever played Tron 2.0 that was released in 2003, it really reminds me of that. Get the keys one more time here. I guess I can't. Oh well. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, I gotcha. Oh, I see. My first two abilities are my left click and my right click. Alright. Y'all fight amongst each other. Hey, why don't y'all fight amongst each other? Y'all fight amongst each other. Plasma ball. Noob icebreaker. The shotgun type weapon. I'll roll with that then. So then on my left click I've got that. On my right click I've got that. Fantastic. Let's just keep on working these little ho-hum little places here. Bring them. Rainbow bolt. So right now I'm just approximately tearing up the internet. 14, 16, my rainbow bolt's not as good. Chance to colorize. Interesting. Speed 11, range 5, RAM 2. I'm guessing 11's better than 9. Range 16. Okay. I suppose some more RAM isn't a bad idea. In hindsight, I don't really know that the shotgun's doing that much for me. You cut that out. Wait, I hacked 2 of them. Did I only pick up 1 module? Oh well. I'm kicking the internet's ass right now. A Scorcher. An Ice Bolt. Freezes targets, burns targets. That sounds cool. Let's try Scorchy here and Freezy here for a moment. Those are pretty good. I can dig it. Picked it up while I was still fighting. Cool deal. Alright. Shop. I think I'm fine. Selling that, and that, that, and that, and that, and that, and that. And what you got for me? Not much, just a bunch of icebreakers. Maybe I should find a different shop. Oh, I see. I was getting out the radius a little bit there. Brings it on. This is your idea of net security? This is a joke. It's like you want your data to get hacked. Do you even care about net security? My goodness. All these negligent companies. They'll be stealing all their workers' information and all that sort of stuff. Ain't nothing they can do about it because they did not buy enough security. Hack range +1, nice. Or damage reduced, hack range up, weapon range up. Let's see, it's 12, 17, 419. Yeah, that's better. Alright. So is there really more to it? Like, is there a story that unfolds? Drop to 1440p? Wow. I don't know why I've got no drop frames over here. Everything's looking pretty clean on my end. I'm just gonna alt-tab real quick and see. Yeah, everything's coming through looking alright. For me, I don't know why your resolution got whacked there. But that's fine. It'll hopefully recover. So that was fun. I summoned a big ol' horde and it actually got kind of hairy for a moment. Oh, whoops. It's not on the screen. Easy enough. Collect me modules. Chilling bolt. Repair. I could see how that might be a little bit useful at some points. Got some more points to spend here. I'm gonna keep working the RAM, I guess. No reason not to. Oh, neat. Is there like a web demo or a web version or something? There's just a cluster of easiness around here. Pretty colorful for sure. So, is this really most of what the game is? Is there more of a story or something that unfolds during the course of the game, or am I not looking at certain details that would tell me more about what's going on? Wow. Just wow. Cyber missile. 4 RAM. The disc. Give me the disc. Railgun. Nice. Shoots through everything. Maybe I'd rather go with the piercing. And a big ol' missile I can drop. Better icebreakers. Can't say that they got any. Alright. Keep getting that RAM up for now. That's 240. You really pay attention to what you're doing. That projectile's a little smaller than I'd prefer. Fluffy, you might want to look at restarting your router or something, because everything's looking fine on my end. And I would hate for you to not be able to enjoy this because of the interweb. Okay. Good stuff, good stuff. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Myself a little bit of regen. Bring it. You're all green and you're all going to die. I actually really like this disc. Getting a disc with piercing is definitely worthwhile. Frostbolt. The disc. Black Hat module. Just passive, have it equipped, and good things happen. Nice. I think I like my current arsenal. I'm gonna keep on going here. Good stuff. I gotta say, the combat is really satisfying, even though it's kind of limited encounters right now. Let's try something a little bit tougher here. So the pink ones are definitely the bigger target, as they're actually more powerful. Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Another disc. Cyber missile. X7, X6, 66, 74. Faster cooldown, longer range, slower cooldown. Oh, I suppose I'll use this one. It's a little bit faster. As for which disc I want to use, that's 46, that's 36. Yeah. Whatever key your icebreaker is set on. Right now, my icebreaker is on 1. So I press 1 when I want to initiate the hack. But wherever your icebreaker is at, the relative stuff here gets you to it. I really don't know what money is going to do for me right now, because I haven't really seen any other shops. My icebreaker's pretty decent still. Guess it'll be replaced by that one. Damage return. I don't know what the red means, if that's a negative attribute. Hi there, Junior. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. I do a whole lot of stuff. So Procedural Powerhouses on Saturdays. It's covering really all sorts of procedural games. On Sundays, I do a tour show for the game Landmark called Castles and Crap Shacks, which is going to be changing to content and creations here pretty soon. On Wednesdays, I do a Landmark-related talk show called Live Feature Rant. On Thursdays, Dead Feature Rant, which is related to H1Z1. Same sort of thing. It's a 2-hour talk show. And then every day, usually for 2 hours, I do Unity Daily. Didn't do it today because there are some shenanigans, but generally I'm on doing at least 2 hours a day learning Unity. So that's most of what I'm streaming right now. Probably going to increase the schedule here pretty soon as well. I just don't have a specific time on that. Pretty soon though. So I've done a pretty decent job clearing the early. I'll just take these 3 on for now. Unity is a lot of fun to work with. When there are hilarious things preventing you from being able to progress, but it's good stuff. I've been working on my own. Basically, it's based on one of my Flash games that I made a while back called Dual Input Gallery and Dual Input Defender, where you've got one hand on the one set of crosshairs and one hand on another set of crosshairs. Oh, that must be one of those landmine things. And you're trying to hit different colored targets with each of the separate crosshairs. It's a pretty fun little project, and I'm hoping I'll actually be able to turn it into something pretty meaningful and worthwhile by the end of it. You're on Landmark right now? Nice. That's better. $660 servers remaining. Oh, that won't take me too long. At the rate that I'm going. Alright, so I feel like I've got enough RAM to last me a little while here. Let's see. I'll grab an 18, a 14, a 3, a 3, and Just start cutting them to pieces. Love those missiles. Fun stuff. $23 and a $31. I bet I can handle those. As of right now, I understand the point of the game to be trying to build up your notoriety as a hacker in the internet, but in the alternate reality of cyberpunk, where you actually kind of run around in the internet as this digital entity. I think I like my current arsenal for now. Bring it. Bring it. Trying to use their security sharks to make it easier for me. Those things took quite a bit to kill. Oops, those are mines. So what kind of loot did I get out of that? A mine? I can lay mines. Pretty decent cowboy. Let's see, 14-19-2, 15-19-4. It's got hack speed, crit damage. I'll take more attack power. Mine, I guess I'll take that. That'd be kind of neat. I'm sure I can put those to use before I do a hack. Place them down. I can't say that I have. Never heard of it actually. What's it all about? I win. Power jump, huh? Jump height 1.1. Cooldown is a little slower though. That's fine. I get some health and some other stuff from it. It's not like I'm jumping that regularly. Bring it. Easy enough. First real MMO. I thought Meridian 59 was the first MMO. That was when I got off. Meridian 59, I think it was made by 3DO. .27 armor, that's not so bad. Oops. Yeah, I'll go with that. Ah. Is there anything else I want from here? Set teleport. I'll have to come back for that. Or would I have enough? It'd be close, right? Yeah. Alright. Bam! That's a hell of a jump. Alright. Let's keep this train rolling. Keep this train a-rolling. It's a 108. I'm not gonna mess with that yet. I can mess with the 17. And I can mess with this 56 next to it. Whoops. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so that was a little more powerful. Good to know. Oh, neat. Okay, so now I kind of know, stay within a certain level range, because I might not always be able to just take everything down all willy-nilly. Or they'll hit me with something that actually deals damage. Okie dokie. Bring it. Alright. It's nice to group them up and then try to get them all with the missile. Like this, where there's a big group and I can just kind of jump and shoot down on them. Alright. Just gonna keep on going till my loot's too full. It sounds like every time a hack completes, the music changes a little bit, so it changes a few times during a battle. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if that's intentional or not. Yeah, no, I hadn't played it. I haven't really seen too many upgrades in a little bit, I think. That was easy. That was easy. Chinese icebreaker, 13, 22, 3. Ten meters of weapon range per point? That's a huge amount. Might not necessarily be the best thing for the disc. Yeah, that really does make the disc kind of inferior. That short range really made it useful. Means you need to find a new primary weapon. Machine gun, sniper. Zaibatsu. Wasn't that from GTA 3? Zaibatsu Corporation? They have the Zaibatsu monstrosity was one of the big vehicles in the game. That helps. Picked up an instant heal, a noob cannon. Alright. We're supposed to press 5 to shut that off? I don't know, I like having the constant healing going. I really wonder if there's more elements of story around somewhere and I'm just not finding them. If I need to be scanning what's on the outside of each building first to see what they're all about. Seizing national territory. Yeah. I don't necessarily like that frozen changes them to blue because then you can't really tell what their base color actually is. And that's 2. Easy enough. That is a hell of an explosion. Yes, let me use that. 41 instant versus 1.2 per tick. I like the repair. 13, 22, 3. Don't know. They've got much in the way of upgrades for me, to be honest. This is all looking like selling stuff. Alright. So I'm going to try setting some mines before my next battle. I don't really do that, and I don't know why. Oh, I see. They only last so long. And if they blow up on them, well, then they blow up on them. Working pretty well here. Cool. Yeah, those mines aren't so bad. It's just got to be used well. Oh, I guess they'll attack each other regardless of their color. I thought there was at least some sort of a color coding sort of thing. No, I'm on this set right here. Alright. Cool deal. A frost bolt. An icebreaker. This is kind of cool looking. Let's see what this is all about. It's not quite designed for players to use it as a spiral to get up. I see, that one's a little tougher. Gray hat mod chip, nice. So we're getting towards the edge of this network here. I got 3 going here. Let's handle them all. Easy enough. A cyber laser, huh? So how's everybody liking the game so far? Does it seem pretty engaging? Seem like something you folks would get? The knowledgeizer, huh? No, I'm liking what I've got right now. Though I've been told a las gun is pretty worthwhile, so I might try to track one of those down here pretty soon. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, right now it's just the hacking and the combat. While those mechanics are solid, I feel like there definitely needs to be a little bit more going with it. What would you kind of want to have, like, in terms of story and those sorts of elements? Oops. NPC to give you a quest. That's fair. They just spawn giant waves of little craplings, huh? Which is why I've got a big missile that on my right click. Cool. Yeah, just mobs that are patrolling the server. I could see that. Turns to ricochet. Let's try this one time. Might as well. Let's try something a little tougher. Not too bad. go. I just stay between them in the battle zone here. Hopefully I don't die. Alright. A bit of a tougher battle, but I handled it. $107. It's pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna need to find a shop and sell some stuff here pretty soon. Picked up a railgun and a quick heal. It's gonna be a little bit before I can get into some of these tougher systems. I might be able to take on as tough as 100, but that seems like maybe a bit of a stretch still. Munitions, let's see. Is there really anything I want to keep? I don't think so. $267 DPS. It's a shotgun type. Ice bolts. That's cool. Let's check the other shop. Big ol' firebolt. A rare las gun, huh? Be able to use this pretty soon. I do like my cyber missile. I'm good with the one I've got, I think. Cool. Alright, next level, I will get into it. quite so bad. That las gun is gonna cut stuff to pieces, though. That's all of them. Now to loot. That is just gonna cut through stuff. There. That feels pretty right. Nothing lasts long against it for sure. Cool. Nice. That actually gives me the firepower to take these things down pretty quickly. There you are. Ooh, 2 things. That's way better than the 1 thing I usually get. That las gun's pretty awesome. I think I'm going to keep powering it to make it more usable. If I can just hold it down continuously, that is powerful. That is very powerful. Oh, I've hacked so many of the weaker systems. I gotta start hitting some bigger stuff here. A 23, a 26, a 16, an 11. Yeah. Buzz. 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 And a bomb. Buzz. 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 It's just a buzzsaw of doom. It's just a big cutting laser of destruction. No melee weapons. That's kind of interesting. I guess because most of the things just kind of run up at you, it would make things really easy. Yes, spin in circles shooting everything. I gotta say, this field of view 120 has actually been working pretty well for me here. His las gun is just awesome. Easy enough. I feel like getting my hack range up here pretty soon. That was funny. Filling up my inventory here pretty well. Jetpack, well that's pretty cool. Once I get close to being full, maybe I'll handle the next loot. Let's see, I haven't tried an 80 and a 50. Ooh, some range might not be so bad for this. Or piercing. Damn, landmines everywhere. Alright. Seems like maybe if there is some game you play, like something to try to not trip security when you start the hack, so you've got something more active rather than you press the button and then you just go into combat mode. While I do enjoy that, I feel like having a little, like, trying to manually decrypt a security sort of thing would be fun to have before just going straight into battle. Of course, if you're trying to hack multiple systems, I could see how that could be kind of annoying. The Hoof, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm just blasting my way through this network here. A ray gun, huh? It's a low-level las gun. I could use that earlier, probably. So yeah, if you have any questions about the game, any comments, things that you'd like to see, this is the time. This is just kind of going through the new user experience, and I pretty well feel like I understand the game at this point. Getting pretty full here. Pretty well cook some. Pretty well cook some. I'd say it's closer to Shadowrun than Tron, honestly. Don't let the colors fool you. Of course, the colors and everything. This is pretty much approximately an 80s simulator. The 80s view of the internet simulator. I think I'm gonna keep working that rate of return. The longer I can keep the beam going sustained, the better I am. And a 75. So the bright green ones are really the only threat. Plasma or Prism and Firebolt. So yeah, folks if you didn't already notice, the things actually do kind of fight each other when you hack multiple systems nearby. That's why I'm doing groups instead of just solo, so I get a little bit of, basically a little bit of assistance rather than just having to fight 100% of the enemies head on. And I think that's usually the strategy. You're not really looking to fight an entire network by yourself. It's easier to kind of recruit the help of the nearby security systems, and that's why hacking two at once is kind of helpful. Knowledgeizer, I've seen those. Okay, so here's a shop. Now let's compare. I don't know how it sorts. Digicakra. I don't need it. I think we're looking from the bottom up. No, I don't know what sort actually did, to be honest. Knowledgeizer. $11.17.5. Probably more the fact that it's got 22 damage reduction. That's actually pretty worthwhile. The speed that it hacks at isn't really that big of a deal. The range kinda is, but I can improve that in other ways. A jetpack. You know, I think I will mess with that. I'll keep that jump around though, because it's a pretty good standard jump. RAM use 5, RAM use 3. But that's also got a bunch of bonuses on it. Bolt doesn't do much for me. Let me see if there's anything else I really do want to keep in here. Probably not. I can't drop an item, I guess. You know, I don't really use the things that much. I can just do this. Sell all inventory items. I'll keep that jump in case I just want a standard jump. Rod thrower. Hack range up, that might not be a bad idea. Weapon range, weapon damage. That's a pretty big comeuppance, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna get this going. Sweet. Alright, let's bring a little bit on here. can handle them. They were duking it out back there. No wonder I couldn't find them. Well, that's cool. Definitely gonna need to keep up in my RAM game. Okay. I wish I could bring up a map or something. Pretty easy. Just gotta be good with that laser. Hmm, 22. Upgrade, nice. It's a reference to Idiocracy. Do I want any of this stuff? Nah. Do I want any of this stuff? 1.2 per tick. 1.5 per tick. Well, no, so it gives me a little bit extra health. Yeah, negligible. RAM return goes way up. Yeah. Okay. That is a hell of a logic bomb. Definitely replaces mine. Cool. So that's a teleport basically when I need it. my way through the system. Handled pretty soundly. Let's be bold. See what a 200's like. I'm gonna handle it solo. Just 2 minutes, wow. Wow, that thing just almost killed me. Definitely bit off more than I should have. Aww. Well, that's fine. So that's still a little too powerful, though. I was able to get through half of it. I bet if I did recruit the help of nearby systems, it would have been a little easier. Thanks. I mean, why not go way outside of what I should be able to do? Because if I can do it, I can do it. I know I can handle this, just these two here. Maybe we get that one involved and just give myself this tight little space to fight in. I hate that when they get at an angle where I can't even see them. Oh, there's mines, that's why I keep getting blasted. That makes sense. And that might have been a little bit tougher than I probably should have taken on, or maybe it was just about right. Oh, bogus. Whatever. Alright. Sell all. I'm sure I can take one of this difficulty. Oh wow, my health's already really low. Oh dang it, I keep forgetting to put my healing item on. No wonder I keep dying. So those big towers I still can't quite do yet. What do you mean you are hoping Landmark EverQuest next? Like, yeah, Landmark is the precursor for EverQuest next. It is the tools we're using for it. That's a completely different procedural game. Rest in a plasma ball. Nice, let's see. 2.7 per tick. That's pretty good. Lives up to all the stuff. Yeah, we haven't even seen all of the stuff for it to live up to yet. There's still a lot that they have yet to reveal. I kind of like going up on the building because I know if they're actually attacking me, then they're actually attacking me, but I can let the ones whoops, that aren't really aggressing on me fight amongst themselves. Well, to be fair, that's a game that had a live launch that didn't go too well. Landmark and EverQuest Next still haven't gone live. Well, Landmark isn't live, and EverQuest Next isn't even on the radar right now. But once again, those are different procedural games than the one that we are playing right now. Oh, sure, just give me a bunch of little bits to saw through. That's no big deal. Pretty. Sparkly death everywhere. So 174, 80. Not up to those yet. Microsoft Silicon Group. Sure. Bring it. Nerds. Nope. Still tough. That right click does significant damage to them. Nice. Hooray! Proximity mine and an Imperial laser gun. Yeah, right. I mean, it's got the 31% pierce, which is cool, but not for that little damage. What's the RAM per second? Yeah, it's not low enough RAM per second to be worth the jump down, I think. That's pretty good damage. You know, I'll give it a shot. It's gonna be a little slower, but I should be able to keep it sustained pretty much consistently. And that's cool. And keep working that RAM return. A lot of them are Kesma, yeah. So the fact that it can be sustained pretty much indefinitely is a nice feature. I gotta find some weaker parts of systems. Orange is the bigger threat. The tools aren't that easy. I mean, these ones are in this game, but boy, fuego, huh? Shotgun, yeah. Feels like I've been able to take on some hundreds. Alright. Mass driver and a frostbolt. Meh. Alright, well, this is, yeah, because I'm in the process of, changing all of that stuff since the old system got switched about 10 days ago, and there's 2 different systems I can go with, but I'm not sure still 100% which one I want to. So I have those things set up, but it's not fully functional right now. So I'm going to do this last one, and I'm going to wrap it up for the day here. So this has been Procedural Powerhouses. It's been a new player experience of Black Ice. And it's been a lot of fun running around and shooting stuff and seeing the pretty colors, but I'm wondering what more is coming along with the game here, like story and things to add more engagement. So that should be interesting, and hopefully we'll be able to get some of that stuff answered before the next episode. like I said, finish killing the stuff here and then just kind of wrap up for the day. Whoops, gotta get back in there. So, cool. Alright. So this has been Black Ice. It's a pretty awesome game. It's coming along. I'm looking forward to more with it, a lot more. But for what it is right now, it's definitely got a fun, interesting mechanic. Kind of clean graphics. In fact, you know, just for a second here, what does 1990s mode look like? Oh, that's so funny. It does look like 1990. So yeah. Alright. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming through. This has been Procedural Powerhouses. I am your host, Legendary Neurotoxin, and we should be back next week with a little bit more of this action. So, I'll see you then.